Hello fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, the channel where I rant and I review. First of all, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and the support. Thank you for all the positive energy. This is not just a channel, this is a community of collectors talking about things, dealing with collecting. And to everybody that went over to Facebook, joined the group Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, I want to say thank you for showing up and showing out. It's greatly appreciated. Now, I'm going to talk to you about, classified. Let's be honest. This is the first time that I see so many figures drop. Pre-orders, people excited again. People getting behind the Joe line. I know a lot of us have been there. I know a lot of you all think I hate Hasbro. I don't. I have nothing against them. I'm just like, have the product on the shelves. Everybody want to buy shit, but you can't buy shit if it's not there. Now that they're dropping stuff, and it looks like a whole bunch of quality stuff. And man, like I say, man, that got you feeling some kind of way. You feeling some kind of way because, again, you excited about this collecting thing again. You starting to see stuff that you wanted to see, low light, range vipers, trouble bubbles, snow serpents, Arctic bats. You just like, damn, snow job, shit. Just everything, you just like, wow, shipwreck. I know a lot of those figures you all like, rock and roll, those all are already out, but I haven't seen none of those. And I'm just being honest, I haven't seen none of that. It's like I'm trying to figure how to get behind this line again, in a quality, making it a quality effort, because I don't want to do pre-orders right now, man, because I'm just being honest. If I did pre-orders, I have about $1,000 worth of pre-orders going on right about now. Because besides this line, G.I. Joe Classified, we got Marvel Legends dropping quality figures, man. It's like, like in each wave, it's at least like 2 or 3 of them. And you looking like, shit, that adds up too. So you're looking at DC Multiverse, and you starting to see some quality figures drop. Like I said, Vampire Batman, the Eradicator, Vampire Joker. They also got Vampire Superman coming. So, man, I'm sitting here looking like, wow, man. I'm just like, everybody got some heat coming. Super 7 talking about releasing more Silverhawks and Thundercats. So, man, that's a plus. So, Masters of the Universe, they were talking about the delay with the product being on the shelves and how they're going to work to get better at having their products on the shelves competing with the other toys. Like all the ones I named. They want their stuff out there for it can compete. It can't compete if it ain't nothing on the shelves. Like I say, Origins, man, that shit just disappeared. It dried up and it disappeared. Man, I was like, man, what happened to Origins? Like, what really happened with a lot of this stuff, man? But you know what? I'm starting to find out, man. Like, far as with the planograms and everything like that, you start noticing that you're starting to see Funko Pops now. Now, I know y'all like, who gives a damn? I do. I care. I actually like Funko Pops. I like the colorful ones that holds that nostalgic value to me. The ones that have something to do with my childhood. Like I want the Thundar, the Barbarian, Ukla, the Muck, and Princess Ariel. I want those, but they like $70 for all 3 of them. I was looking at some other stuff that I wanted, man. My whole thing is everything got to work for you, man. I was looking at, they got the Hot Wheel cars on shelves now, packed. They got the Barago and the Maisto cars on shelves too. And I'm like, wow, what is really going on? And I was looking around and I see the small electronics. Man, see the video games, like I was telling you the other day, that GameStop is going the way of the dinosaur, man, because, again, they're trying to compete in the product market right now, whereas physical media is going out the window and everybody replacing it with digital. I understand you don't own digital, but when you start looking at the younger generation, they're looking at the fact that we don't have our own place. We have little space in our mama house where we, got a room or something or a closet, and they like, shit, I don't got enough room for all that. That alleviates a lot of stuff, fam. You get quality shit that you could actually download, not those big roaming things where it's I got Call of Duty that took up your whole damn 1 terabyte hard drive. You trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Man, see, this is what I'm thinking of. The gym shoe market. They're on the shelves now, man. Do you understand? Gym shoes are on the shelves. You could actually get Yeezys now. You could actually get the Jordans now. You can get the ones and the twos, the dunks. You could get all of them right now. Shit is really getting kind of like, man, it really is a buyer's market. And this is something that you really need to pay attention to. If you really want to start collecting and then you ain't started yet, there's a lot of people on this channel that are not collectors. They just like to hear me talk. And I understand that, and I appreciate that, and I say thank you. I want to make sure you understand. I say thank you. But, if you want to get off into collecting of anything, you don't have to collect toys. You can collect shoes, high heels if you're a woman, or if you're into that, you can collect purses. You can collect nail polish, perfume, all of that. I collect cologne, I collect wallets, watches. Man, I collect some of every damn thing. And I know a lot of y'all say, see, that's the problem there. Your focus is spread on too much stuff, man. But if my focus is on one thing, I max that completely out. The McFarlane line, you remember back in the day, they had the Spawn line back in the 90s? Dude, I had all of them. Because I had focused just on that one line, and I had them all. Shit, it was real. The people were like, damn, I see you so much. What are your wife saying? And I'm like, man, I'm not married. I'm a young man. I'm doing what I'm doing right now, man. Like I told you, KB Toys, Toys R Us, when they were going out of business, they were dropping shit like it wasn't nothing. Then if you trade in some video games back when Toys R Us had that sale going, they gave you all that Toys R Us cash. And man, that shit was crazy, man. I killed it. Man, like I said, you have to basically exploit all of these companies' weaknesses. As far as Target, Walmart, Walgreens, you got to play that game. You got to play the long game. Like I say, I get coupons from these places. I make sure, like if they got some sort of detergent going on, I make sure that, I buy like the detergent and you get a gift card. I buy that shit. Then if you buy this much of household stuff, you get this. If you buy this much of beauty stuff, as far as like lotion, body wash, and things like that, you get this. That helps. This is stuff that you need already. It helps. All of that helps. And man, like I say, each time that you knock something off of something you buy, it makes you feel a whole lot better. It makes it seem like you got a deal. Even though, shit, $10 ain't that much, but $10 is something when you start sitting back thinking about it. Again, so my thought process right now, because of the grandbaby, man, I want to take a step back as far as collecting, man, because, for a while I had went apeshit. We all know that. I was going off the damn reservation. It was to the point where the shit was just getting kind of bad. My wife said, hey, look, you got to slow down. Just slow it down a little bit, because she said, you don't got no place to put nothing. It's just like you ain't even got the shit out the boxes yet. She said, slow it down a little bit. The grandbaby done came. We need to make sure we get on board with that. He needs some stuff. They already had, the baby shower a couple of months ago, but still, the baby needs stuff, man. First time, first grandbaby, man. You know how you want to be, man. You know how you want to sit back, hold your grandbaby sitting there, man. This stuff will be here. And we will still have our same conversations about stuff, about new stuff that they got coming out. But I want to make sure, I make memories with my grandbaby, man. At the end of the day, that's like one of the most important things, man. I thought when my first son was born, when I looked into his eyes, I looked directly into his eyes and said, look, I got to get my shit together. My shit was together. But when I looked at him, I knew my shit needed to be together even more. So I got my shit together even more. And when I had my second one, my shit was completely together. So this is what I'm talking about, man. You talk to the younger generation because they don't know nothing about this. When we talk about Social Security and things like that, man, Social Security is going to go the way of the dinosaur too, because there's nobody paying into it. The younger generation, a lot of them are social media influencers. So they ain't paying anything but just regular federal and state. if any of them got medical, because a lot of them are young and, they like shit, hell with all that. But these are the things that I'm looking at, fam. Right now, it's a buyer's market on all this stuff, man. If you buying clothes, there's a buyer's market. If you want to go thrifting for clothes, video games, or any damn thing like that, it's out there. And I'm serious, it really is. All I'm saying is make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. Hobbies are beautiful things, man. It's magnificent, man. I enjoy sitting in the man cave, thinking about what to do next with it, what I'm going to do, what I got, how, I'm going to fit everything together, the new toys that's going to come out, how I'm going to have the dioramas and, just little accessories to make everything pop. Fam, I've been thinking about all that. I've been thinking about what I'm going to do with all the figures that I got in totes sitting over to the side. I got stuff down there sitting in totes. And, I'm just like, man, and like I said, I was going to start on comic books real hard, man, but I was like, nah. I said, if I start hard on that, it's going to get different. One thing I'm going to say, when you really into something, you can find deals on anything. When I first started out buying Zoids, and, Zoids had been off the shelf for a minute because I had bought them back in the day when KB Toys were around, and they had a lot of them on clearance, and I was buying them. Man, I had a very good time at all of that. So, like, back in, I think, 2015 or something like that, I started buying them. I was buying them in lots. And, man, I was buying big bulk lots, and, fam, there was so much of good stuff in those lots. I resold some of it to get some other stuff because, it had duplicates. Man, this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to win. You're trying to be better with this hobby, man. A lot of people don't understand how this hobby works. This hobby just don't work, with the reselling part. I'm going to resell some stuff, and I'm going to keep this. That ain't how it works for me, man. To be honest, I was just sitting back trying to figure out how could I do that. But see, in order to really sell stuff, you have to do whatnot if you want to sell it in a day. But you need an audience. You need an audience. Like if you look at some of the big people like Chase After the Right Price, they sell video games, Harry Tornado, Phoenix Resale, Retro Rig, Riff, and all of those people. I think Hustle at Home Mom. I don't know if she do whatnot. But all of these people with big YouTube followings, half of the time those people follow them to these other platforms, because if you see some quality stuff that these people are buying, you like, yeah, you want to buy. You like, man, I actually need that, man. They got the Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander. Man, I might have to hit them up on the DM and tell them, man, what's going on, man? Let me buy that. I once hit up Phoenix Resale when he had all those extra Nintendo games. I said, how much do you want for all of them? Because he had a big bulk lot. I think it was like 150 of them. I said, how much do you want for them? And he told me he already got somebody in mind because they already hit him up. And I was like, man, see, fam, that's what I'm talking about. Shit is real. There's so many ways that you can spend that. They got the Clarnier when you buy it on eBay where you can pay later. They got this other thing where you can pay at certain times. Man, you know what? Shit is real. But you know what? I don't like to have shit on layaway. I like to have it where that's already paid for, that's gone. I don't have to worry about bills steady coming. It's like, I don't want to keep paying on shoes or a video game console. There's a lot of stuff that I want to get back off into. I want to get back off into video game consoles, fam. But I was thinking about, well, where I put them all. The prices of everything as far as consoles done went up a little bit. As far as I like a lot of the niche stuff, like the TurboGrafx 16 with the CD unit. I actually had all that. The effing Towns Marty, the Apple Pippin, I had all these damn things. The PCFX, the PC Engine. I had a lot of this shit, but I sold it to get off into this. So, and to pay off some bills, man. I paid all them damn bills off. for Nintendo games. Man, Hue cards, man, I was selling all kind of shit. People were all on board. Man, if you could find stuff in bulk, I sold like 30 copies of Super Mario Brothers. You know, like the red one for the Wii in the red paper. Oh man, I had like 30 copies because I was buying in lots, in a lot of lots. You know, used lots. I was resurfacing the disc at store not there no more, but it used to be I think it's disc recycling or something like that. They used to resurface disc, and I would go in there and have them resurface the disc. It cost, but you know what, man, look, you don't have to go in there with them all at once. Shit, you take 10 at a time, 5 at a time, 2 at a time, however you want. But man, shit was a deal. And when I was selling them, it was like I was selling brand new as this. You get what I mean? Fam, I'm just looking at it from that standpoint. Man, this hobby is a beautiful thing. But you know what? I just like the direction that a lot of the toy companies right now are going into. Like I said, before I get off of here, McFarlane dropped his prices. You know, I'm good with that $19.99 on certain ones. The Build-A-Figures are still such and such. I'm good with that. Valorverse dropped their prices. G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends, they're starting to put out more figures. Super 7, talking about being more consistent with their drops. You know, as far as, you know, everything that they got, that they're bringing out, they're trying to be consistent. NECA, talking about having their products on the shelf more. You know, like when they have these haulathons and all of that, they're talking about having a product at the store before it all happens, you know, to let people see what they got. Man, and I like that, man. If we keep it this way, man, the golden age of collecting can come back, man. Just being honest. They're starting to put Jordans all over the place now. It's just everything. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I told y'all Jordans now are composite material, which they are. They're not made of the material they used to be, but they used to have foam in between, like on the 4s. I think it's the 4s and probably the 6s. But anyway, they have foam in between, and that foam used to just deteriorate. The 10s, the 11s. Man, I had shoes just fall apart. It's like, man, I went outside while it was raining, the shoe disintegrated. Because they were old. They were like some of the old ones, you know, from the 90s. Fam, those are just meant to keep in cases. They're not meant to be worn. Just keeping that in mind. But to later, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, fam.